What up, guys? It's time for another episode of Movie Buzz. We're in October. We're still enjoying our Halloween vibe. And today we're watching Texas Chainsaw 3D. Everybody, welcome back for another episode. We've got ComicBookGirl19 here with us today, horror movie expert and YouTube superstar. Woo! Today we're going to be drinking Hellfires, which are beer cocktails that have a little bit of rum in there, some ginger beer, some lime, and a little bit of Tabasco. So, should be interesting. I'm thinking we're going to get nice and tips on these. So I think we're both the same. We've both seen the original Texas Chainsaw when we were pretty young. Don't remember it all that well, but remember being significantly creeped out by it.
Yeah, I definitely need to rewatch it now as an adult, I believe. But I just remember feeling like, oh, like this is up. Like this is okay.
I think I'm gonna need to rewatch it as an adult just to cleanse my palate of this, because from what I've heard, this movie is not good.
Yeah.
I've seen the original and the Jessica Biel version.
Let me guess, you love the Jessica Biel version.
I actually like the original more.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm
He's
surprised.
learning.
My taste is becoming more refined.
Yeah.
Well, let's just get right to it. Let's set up the rules of today's Texas Chainsaw 3D drinking game. Rule number 1, anytime there's the classic horror movie ominous foreshadowing, take a drink. You'll know it when you see it. It's kind of hard to describe, but you know it when you see it. Rule number 2, if anyone finds or uses a hidden door in the kitchen, take a drink. Rule number 3, if you see titties, ass, or crotch, that's a drink. And if it's titties, it's 2 sips, because that's 1 sip per nip. Rule number 4, if anyone trips and or falls while running away from Leatherface or whoever, 2 drinks.
Crap.
Yeah, it's a horror movie. That's gonna happen a lot. Rule number 5, if we see a severed hand or foot, 2 drinks. And you know, if it's like, you know, a severed finger or something,
Or like a
sip
or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice little tootie toot.
Okay.
Rule number 6, if Leatherface ever just pops out of nowhere, that's 2 drinks, and that's gonna happen a lot, because that's what horror movie villains do, is they just pop out of nowhere and then try to kill your ass. So.
Yeah. He's kind of like the Kool-Aid man of horror villains.
That's exactly right.
Oh yeah!
And our last rule, of course, our infamous finish yo drank rule of the day, is when we have the longest chase scene with a chainsaw in the history of horror movies. Granted, as we said, none of us have seen this movie yet, but apparently, according to the internet, and everything on the internet is true, we should know it when we see it.
All right.
Okay.
All right? So that's it. Let's watch some Texas Chainsaw 3D and drink some Hellfires.
Let's do this thing.
Woo! Let's get our Hellfires and let's get this movie watched.
So yeah, is this take place after?
This looks like it's supposed to be old, like maybe circa the original.
Yeah, like this is...
Yeah.
Isn't
like,
this footage from the original?
Yeah, this is... I think so, yeah.
Yet again, much like with Evil Dead, this isn't a remake. This is just sort of continuation.
That
Popped out of
counts,
nowhere.
yeah.
That's 2.
Popped
out of nowhere. Does Leatherface have a gentleman's perm? Is it good or bad that I'm Buzz already and we still have credits on the screen?
I know.
Is this a hillbilly family or an incestual family? Or both?
Well, I think that's a bit redundant. This only happens in Texas. So now they're all going to Texas. Like, what good thing has ever happened when someone said, let's all go to Texas?
Seems a little weird.
I don't trust anyone with that many buttons unbuttoned.
Also, anybody who's that cool after you just hit them with the car.
Yeah, she's like, I'll just take a piece of that jerky.
Yeah.
It's like, get the f out of here. I don't know what's going on in Trey Songz's career that he volunteered to be the black guy in the horror movie. It's just like, maybe she's like, well, at least I know I won't have to work that long because I will be the first one eliminated. We haven't had a drink in a while. I think we should take a sip per nip.
Yeah, we're not seeing the nips, but we know they're there.
I'm gonna go to Texas and bring my black boyfriend with me.
This is gonna go great. Why are there place settings? Is Leatherface just having tea parties with his stuffed animals all the time? Alright, well, none of our rules have happened for a while, so I think we should take an honorary sip. This movie needs to pick up the pace.
So you're just gonna leave the drifter at your big new house?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what did she expect?
Yeah.
Though.
Well, I don't understand
Did they
why
really
they
have
left
that
him
much
there.
silver there, though?
More silver, yes.
More spoons! Fantastic.
Seriously, I think he's just like a hobo from 1926 dressed as a new age hipster douchebag. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd hit it. But I'm saying, he doesn't know how to steal.
Oh god. Again, why are you going into the basement?
Popped out of nowhere. Gotcha. They got you good.
I think that's Clint Eastwood's
He
son.
looks way more like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Well, damn it, the drifter stole all of our stuff.
Stole my
believe
silverware, he stole the bottom half of my shirt. Damn it! Of course, Trey Songz is popping bottles.
My house just got ransacked, bro. Like, I don't care about your champagne right now.
I think that they were listening to Trey Songz while Trey Songz was playing pool just now. Kitchen door.
Uh-oh.
You
And
found it.
drink 2.
No.
You know this actor's pissed that he didn't get the role of Jesse in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, bitch.
Is the creepy door open?
And with the green lighting coming out of the door. I think that's ominous foreshadowing.
I think it is too.
I agree.
They're about to do
Nope.
it, man.
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
No.
They're gonna do it. There
Ah,
it is.
there we go.
That's 2 drinks.
Go! He tripped.
Tripped and fell while running. Ass.
Oh.
Sip. Severed hand.
Oh. That's a little sip because it's just a pinky. Is that a foot? Is that a
I think
hand?
he just cut off a leg, so yeah, I'm gonna count that.
Yep.
Bummer. You're still alive.
Oh, he's still
Kill
alive?
me.
Yeah.
Kill me.
That sucks.
Oh, that's gonna make
Just
it worse,
must his
dude.
face.
Oh.
Holy f. Oh my god.
Just write it out.
I mean, that's like
Severed
a severed.
leg.
That's a severed everything.
Yeah.
So I'll
That's
drink to
4
that.
sips, 1 for each leg, or 2 for each leg. Oh, and now she's gonna find out that her boyfriend's cheating on her. What a bad day.
I know. I know.
So you had a bad day.
Oh, trip and fall.
Relax,
fall.
girl. That's
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That is horrifying.
Oh my god.
Stop screaming, girl.
Oh, you.
Oh, Trey Songz did have sex
Totally
with that
went
hoe.
for it.
Oh,
She's
my
wearing
God.
his shirt. Oh, gross.
And how long have they been doing it for? I mean, that's not really a quickie either.
They're both
you
pieces.
know?
Well, Trey Songz is really into long lovemaking.
That's
sessions.
true. He did invent sex.
He
Is
invented
that-
Oh!
Oh, the slit saved the last
And
minute.
of course the car starts magically.
I think this might indeed be like the longest chainsaw. Like, I think there's like phases of it. Like, she was in the woods, now she's at a carnival, and it's still the same chase. So if this continues, I think we have to finish our drink. Oh my god! That was in the 3D.
Saw your face.
This is definitely ominous foreshadowing. I mean,
Yeah.
this cop
I'll
going
take
into
it.
the house by himself, the newspapers.
What's in the freezer? I'd be like,
Ominous
F you, what's in the freezer?
foreshadowing.
No, no. Oh,
Oh, whoops. That's
my god. Oh,
up,
my.
out of nowhere.
Oh,
Ooh.
Gosh.
oh,
God, just get
Oh.
it in the back. It's just not cool.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Oh, that doesn't feel
God.
good. I probably would go with those guys just because I think
Yeah, I
it's
know. I'd be like,
safer.
okay,
Yeah.
I'd rather get date raped.
Yeah,
than,
I'm like
you
rape
know.
or murder.
Wait.
Oh,
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, drink.
If he says don't jump to conclusions, I will lose my mind.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
I thought you were kind of cute, but
I thought you were pretty cute.
Stop.
Titties.
Kind of.
Underboob.
Kind of.
Under boob cleave.
I want to see more man butt. I want to see
Wow.
Clint Eastwood's son's ass.
I'm your cousin. Oh my god, are they gonna rape her?
Probably.
Probably. Is it a movie?
Is it Texas?
There's
Is
no
there
one
punches?
left. I keep thinking people are left. No one is left.
You know, for a 3D movie, there really hasn't been that much.
I
I
agree.
thought the
3D
same thing.
things.
Oh my
Pitchfork?
god.
That is real hillbilly.
Oh.
Severed foot.
Severed foot.
2 severed feet.
Severed hands.
That's 1, and that's 2.
Interesting that you root for the bad guy in this movie.
Oh no,
They're
they're going
just
home.
limping home together.
Wait, so it ends on her being like, we're gonna
Yeah, we're
live
BFFs.
together?
We're gonna coexist.
And even though
You're
we-
gonna stay in the basement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay up here with all the spoons. Well, I guess that's the end of the movie. I mean, it was kind of an abrupt ending.
It was.
I guess they're just gonna be pals
Yeah,
and like have a
potentially
sitcom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potentially the start of a sitcom.
Yeah.
Leatherface
The
and
new
Cuz.
girl.
The new girl.
The new girl.
I this game, we kind of missed out a little bit. Like, some of them were good, some of them not so good.
Yeah, the hidden door was a really good one.
I never caught the longest chase scene ever. Was that like the running through the woods and
in the carnival? I guess it was. I wasn't really that impressed with it.
I think it was the longest ever because it was 2 locations, and again, why did no one shoot him?
Right, it's Texas. You know they all had concealed weapons.
Yeah.
So I guess we should probably finish our drinks.
In honor.
Even though the movie's over now, in honor of missing...
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Well, we pounded our drinks, the movie's over. I think we should probably have our post-mortem on Texas Chainsaw 3D, even though I think we all agree it wasn't very good. I think the fact that I keep forgetting the name of this movie
says a lot.
Says everything.
Yeah, it's very generic. It's nothing new. It's nothing like that exciting. I mean, it has a couple of good ideas, though.
Yes,
I mean, it has some good ideas. Like I like the fact that it picks up right after the events of what happened in the very, very first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was a little bit like the Evil Dead remake that we just did, where I know you haven't seen it yet, but that one wasn't a remake. It was presented as one when they marketed it, but it wasn't a true remake. It was more like, we're actually going to continue on the mythology from the original, and then build on that with the new story. And that's kind of what they did here, which I was surprised by. And they, again, like you said, they had good ideas. And they definitely were trying to do interesting things, but I don't think they executed it well. I hate to say this, but I feel like there was like too much attempt at story development in this. Like, it was a horror movie and I was just like, where are the chase scenes? Like, we even missed the big chase scene that was supposed to be like super obvious how it was taking too long. And
pacing is always really important in any movie. Pacing is super important, especially though in a horror movie.
Right.
Like, you gotta keep the audience moving, and they definitely, like, you have that first act scene and then they go, oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D.
Right.
And then it's like boring.
Dead. Okay, it's okay. Maybe. It's this whole thing with the drifter.
Yeah.
But there's a whole
doesn't even pan
I
out.
know.
Yeah, the drifter.
Spoons. Like, who gives a
Drifter didn't even matter.
Right.
I should probably sue. Well, so for a stick of that jerky.
My least favorite line of the film, "You're a Hartman? Well, I'm a Sawyer." Stabbed through. I was like, what? Wait, really? If it was years of feeling this way, I get it. It's like,
Right.
you've
It was like
known
15
for
minutes.
you've known for 15 minutes.
Right.
And all of a sudden you're
And
like, I'm
she
gonna
got in
team
that cop
up with my
car
family.
to be rescued from her own cousin, who all of a sudden she's trying to avenge. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be like some like 90s, 80s kid junkie who just loves violence, but I feel like the gore was seriously lacking in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, even when they cut the man in half, like, I was
want more
hoping
of that.
to see the guts fall out of him, and I didn't see any guts fall out of him. And I
Agreed.
was like a little disappointed.
Yeah, I think it was clever on the fact of picking up from the end of the original. I think that was cool, but
Yeah, cool idea.
poorly executed. I vote for the original.
Yeah, I do too. I think that that's the one thing you should take away from this movie is that you should not watch any of these other ones and just watch the original one, because I really remember the original one giving me like goosebumps when I was a kid. Like, I watched it when I was in middle school, and I remember being like, this is a lot of craziness.
Yeah.
Like, this is gnarly. Like, I remember being really impressed by it and thinking like, yes, this is something that people should talk about. This is why people talk about this film. And it's too bad that I feel like none of the sequels have ever lived up to the original.
And what was the point of this being a 3D movie? There were like 1.5 moments where it was actually like when Leatherface threw the chainsaw, and then when, you know,
the title, the words Texas Chainsaw Massacre flew at your face.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of it. So I think we can all agree that this movie is not the best. Let's give it our rating out of 5 chainsaws. How many chainsaws would you give this? I'll start with you.
Are we assuming the original is 5 chainsaws?
Yeah.
I would say your favorite horror movie is 5 chainsaws.
Okay.
So whatever you thought of the original, if you thought it was the best, then give it 5.
Okay.
How many chainsaws would you give this?
I might give it 1.5 chainsaws. I wouldn't even really give it 2. I just see the original. See the original, that's all you gotta worry about. This one, not as great.
Compared to Evil Dead, which I believe I gave 2.5.
Something like that.
Yeah. I now feel like I should have given it like 10. But
Out of 5.
So yeah, out of 5. So I'm gonna give this. I mean, I jumped a couple times, so I think I'm gonna give it a 1.8.
I don't know, I feel like they had a lot of good ideas and just no execution.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not gonna let you guys' ratings influence me. But I think for me, I would have to give it like a 1.7. It could have been a lot better. They just didn't get there. Well, that's it for today's Movie Buzz. Special thanks to ComicBookGirl19 for sitting through that terrible movie with us for just the price of a couple Hellfires. Very cheap date. And thanks to Philium, my partner in crime here, and let us know in the comments below as well what you want us to do next time on Movie Buzz. Subscribe to her, click her face to do that. Subscribe to us, click my face to do that. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.
Ladies, children, cheer. Some people call me a terrorist. I consider myself a teacher. Lesson number 1. Heroes. There's no such thing.
So Norwood, did you hear about Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it's over. I'm bummed.
Yeah, no, apparently Katzenberg is at MIPCOM in France right now talking to the creators of Breaking Bad about offering them $75 million to create 3 additional episodes.
It's insane.
Hold on to your broomsticks, boys and girls, because while practicing my wizardry, I mean, code breaking, I uncovered a terrifying conspiracy that involves Hollywood, J.K. Rowling, and the ancient religion of Wicca. Right here on Conspiracy Cinema.
Do you like movies but don't have time to see them in theaters? And then forget to watch them when they come out on Netflix? You think actors are cool, but you can't remember all those names? Well then welcome to Kate's Movie Review. Hey, you like movies? No. Welcome to Movies with Kate.
Run around a forest with a stone-faced expression while killing more animals and making more money than basically anyone your age ever. Then get all moody and depressing, throw a couple of cuss words around, and learn to dance. Now listen up, because this is an important step. Win the Oscar. And if you've done all of that already, well, you're well on your way to becoming Jennifer Lawrence.